What's going on YouTube? This is 3zinferno, here with my friends at Costa Rica, and they're helping me do this deck profile. One's for his channel, and one's for my channel. So shout out to this guy. What's your channel name?
My channel name is El Morado 666.
All right, there you go. So first I'm gonna do a mono deck. I ran mono Mermails with a few cards that I like, my preferences.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start with the monsters. I forgot to sort these, but let's say 3 marksmen. Only 2 infantry. I didn't think infantry was as amazing as, some people run 3, some people run 1. I think 1's not enough, but 3's a little too much. So I ran 2.
Okay.
3 Abystheus. It's good because if you discard a card for it, it basically replaces itself. So, yeah, 3 Lindy.
Staple in this deck.
2 Spike. 3 is too much. Just because, especially turn 1, the only thing you really want to discard with Pike is Dragoon. I mean, that's the biggest plus. But I mean, you could technically discard other things, but I don't want to discard Marksman when I can either normal summon next turn or discard it for Megalo or something to pop.
Okay.
3 Dragoons, of course, staple. 2 Gundy, and 3 Megalo. 3 Diva.
Okay.
And 1 lead.
Okay.
I think that's it. Oh, and then, so that's how many? 3, 5, 8, 11, 13, 16, 18, 21, 24, 25, and then 1 Gores.
Okay.
I love Gores. A lot of people say, well, don't run Gores. It's not that good. It's not a water monster, etc. But Gores won me a lot of games, as it should. Gores is a game winner in itself. People have done like Summon Thunder King, set back row, and I just set Space Typhoon, space their warning, and then drop Gores when they attack.
Okay, but you like Gores over Tragodia?
Oh, I love Gores. Tragodia, because sometimes Tragodia is only 1 monster. And I guess Mermails, I mean, granted, if they big out your Gores, it's still not good, but if they big out your Tragodia, they can manipulate his levels and do and lock you with a Dweller too. So it's a lot more, and sometimes I might not have cards in hand. Like if it's a grind out game, and I just top deck Gores, Tragodia has no attack if I just top deck it. But if Gores, they just attack and drop Gores. And then one time, because I was playing Fire Fist, and he had, he drew Tanky, and I had Megalo on the field and Gores on my hand.
Okay.
And so if I had Tragodia, that Tragodia would do nothing. But he goes, draw Tanky, top that Tanky, bear, pop my Megalo, attack, and I drop Gores. And he's like, that's game. Like, he looked at me, he's like, oh yeah, that's game.
Okay.
He's like, do you have another monster? And I'm like, yeah, I draw Marksman. He's like, oh, that's game.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, okay. Extra game. So 26 monsters. Spell's pretty staple. Hot Avarice, Storm, 3 Space Typhoon, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Monster Reborn, and then I play Salvage. I really like Salvage because sometimes you just have dead Megalos. Like if you draw a Megalo dead, Salvage is the one that's going to save you. Because like even if you have like Spear and Megalo, you set the Spear, but that does not help you get out Megalo. But Salvage does, and it gets back a lot of important cards. Like all the cards that you can get, I'll show you how many you have that you can get back. Total amount that you can get back to your hand is like over 10, I think. So cards that you can add back with Salvage: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cards.
Yeah, that's
right. You can add back. And I remember one game I had Diva Megalo and like a Spear and then some other things and a Salvage. So I was like, to make this live, and he's playing like a trap heavy deck, I summoned Diva and I had Torrential. So I go Diva into Marksman, make a 5, and then so I have the 2 in the graveyard for next turn, so I have Salvage. So then I draw, he sets 3 back row, and I go Salvage, and I drew a Dragoon, so I salvage both, and now it's broken. Megalo, Marksman, Dragoon pop, and then I have Diva, like, that's just game. So I really like Salvage. People tried to tell me not to run it, and I was like, no, I'm running it, like guaranteed.
Okay, how many spells?
8 spells.
8 spells.
So this is 34, and 40 card deck, 6 traps. Pretty staple. 3 Spear, 1 Squall. 2 is too. I was thinking about it, but I thought it was too many, especially in the early game.
Okay.
And then 2 Torrential. I love Torrential. It's good. It's perfect with Lindy. It's like Tsang all over again, except it's specials. And I like the Torrential because it punishes people who try to overextend against the Mermails when you don't have a decent hand. It's bottomless. It can sell one thing, but Torrential can blow the whole field. And I remember one time I got the wind-up player in top 32, he tried to overextend. He had Zen Mains on the field with a Thunder King, and I had 1 card set. Well, I had 2 back row and a monster. It was infantry, it was bad. but I set and then he tried to normal summon a rabbit, and he was like thinking about it forever, and I punished him torrential. He removed the rabbit, and they had no materials left on Zenmains, and mine was a Space Typhoon. So he tried to enter end phase. I changed Space Typhoon in his back row. It destroyed his own Zenmains, and then he just lost from there because I just took total advantage of it.
Okay.
Because he didn't think I ran torrential trigger. So that's 40 cards. Extra deck, I think it's pretty standard. 2 Gaios.
Okay.
And 2 Big Eyes. I didn't really use Big Eye.
Okay.
I used Big Eye once and only one. I don't think I needed 2. But I wanted it for the mirror matches, but the Gaios were the winners of the mirror matches. Because Big Eyes you could get your Big Eye stolen. And then, so if you have 2 Big Eyes on the field, and they get 1 Big Eye, you lose. Because they Big Eye, and then this Big Eye takes this Big Eye, and then you're dead. You got nothing. But this Gaios, when I played Mermail mirror matches, I got 5 Gaioses out in 2 games versus 1 guy. He was like, I can't win. I had double Gaios. Then the other time I had double Gaios, he Dark Hold, and then I had Squall sets, and then I flipped Squall, made a Pot of Avarice, and then flipped exactly 3 left in my graveyard, Lindy and Abystius, Abystius and Megalo, and I squalled it for another Gaios, and he was just like, well, that's good.
Yeah, there's no way to go out from that.
Can't come back from that. And then Abyss Dweller, of course, is good. It helps you for Dragoons, Zenmains, Leviathan Dragon, and Gachi Gachi.
You don't play Daigusta Phoenix?
No, I don't.
Don't like
There's not enough room. I mean, technically I could have taken a Big Eye and run that, but I also wanted to run, I don't know. It was iffy. I didn't really test it either. Gachi Gachi is more of like a turn 1 play. When you don't have that good a hand, but you have a Diva and you want to use it, just use it for Gachi Gachi. And in the mirror match, it's pretty good because that way it gets over the other things.
Okay.
Because Gachi Gachi with Megalo is bigger than the lead, and it can crash Gaios. I'm not saying like obviously it's hard to get this out with the Gaios on the field already, but I'm just saying an example.
Yeah, that's right.
Level 4 Armory Arm is good. I only use it once, but it's still useful. Librarian and Catastor. You need more than 1/5 sometimes. And I did that twice where I had Diva and Salvage again. So when Diva turned 1 for Librarian, then they just set, and then I go like Storm or whatever, and then I Salvage back, and I make a Catastor that's a +1 already. So that was pretty good. 1 level 6 DeLorean, Gungnir, 7 Black Rose. I didn't really use Gungnir. I used it once, and I used Black Rose once. I use these synchros like once each, like once, a few. Catastor the most, and then Scrap Dragon once. So I used everything like basically once for the synchros. This a little more, and these a little more. This 5 obviously is the easiest level for Diva.
Yeah, actually that is the normal monster that you go when you go on synchro on this deck.
And now beside this. 1 Messenger piece.
Okay.
It's good against rabbits and some rogue decks. It's even good against heroes. I didn't side against heroes, but it could be. You have 2 Snowman Eaters. This is a shout out to Beto, Hombre de Nieve Comilon.
Okay.
And Josh Graham, because we used this in Guadalajara last year. It was Nieve Comilon.
No, actually.
So that's very cool. 2 Vanity's Fiends for the mirror match. This is good against Dinos, Heroes, Fire Fist, etc. Vanity's Fiends just good in general. It's against Hieratics, Paul Cooper. No, it's not. One Debunk. Just for mirror matches, also for other things. I know people who like play, they could side that Gorza and Trigodia. You debunk that too. Or Max C. Mirror match, other things. 1 goes in match. I'm weird, I run 1-ofs a lot, so 1 goes in match.
Okay.
For wind-ups, rabbits, just in general. 1 breakthrough skill. I should have sided more. This card is so good.
Yeah.
It's like most I use. They MST it. It's like a -1 for them, and it's good. It's good, especially against Dino Rabbit, because a lot of Dino Rabbits here. So this destroys a lot of you.
Yeah, actually, a lot of the top decks actually use that card.
Yes, breakthrough skill. Jump in price. Better pick.
Yeah.
2 Imperial Iron Wall. Because people side main deck and D-Fissures. Also, there's 1 me wind-ups because game 3 he had 1 back row, a factory, and a something. Iris? No, something. Dimension? Something. I don't remember the monster. And then I went Diva. I had Imperial Wall set, Diva into Marksman, make a Catastor, attack. He tried to deprison, and then Imperial Wall. And then he lost because my Catastor would stay on the board. and he lost his monster. I
Okay.
think it was a shark or something. It was a shark because he had to search the factory. So he searched rat. Yeah. Mind Crush is good. Also wind-ups, heroes, things that search, everything. And Megalo, you do Mind Crush Megalo, Mind Crush.
Yeah, actually, most of the decks of this format,
Yes,
actually,
search.
they search a lot.
Yes. Or you can also know that, or what you're gonna lose to. Like I can't lose to Dark Hole. If that's their only out. So they draw like 3 cards in hand. You Mind Crush Dark Hole. If they have it, they loot. They dump it. If they don't have it, you discard a card. But then you don't lose. 2 Dust Tornadoes, just good in general, and 2 Bottomless. Bottomless was a weird choice for me because I side deck Imperial Iron Wall, and some of the same decks I would side Imperial Iron Wall, I side Bottomless. So for me, I told you I play weird, so I always played around it. Sometimes decided all of it, like this, and I still did work. Like, one time I drew the Bottomless first against Rabbit,
Yeah.
so Bottomless. Then I drew Imperial Iron Wall, and then he tried to Rabbit, I Imperial Iron Wall, and then next time he spaced it, and then I had Bottomless already, and that Bottomless. Like that, like in that order. So it was pretty funny, and he was just like, "Are you serious?" Like he looked at me like, "You run all of this, like Bottomless and Imperial Iron Wall at the same time?" And yeah, because it's only 2 cards. It's not like I banished anything else with my other cards, so I think it was okay. Yeah, so that's the deck. Decide and exit.
Okay, how was your experience here in Costa Rica? You like
Costa
it?
Rica was amazing. If I won, it would be more amazing. But I mean, it was fun. I really enjoyed it. Like I had did a lot of sightseeing, and every day was really good. So I had a lot of fun. Zip lining, volcano. What else? What was it? Coffee tour, waterfalls, rainforest, a lot of stuff.
Okay, well, thanks YouTube. Now you're for your closure.
Right, 3zinferno signing out.